Kentucky not as efficient in the open floor as they're probably going to need to be today. And that's why Harrison's going to be big. And Jim, watching this matchup with Harrison and Van Vliet. Van Vliet not as big or as physical, but savvy and crafty in terms of anticipation.
4 on the shot clock. Aaron Harrison, the twin brother. Early jumper, no. Wichita State's missed his first 3. Harrison driving with the left hand, puts it up and in.
And that right there, we talked about those transition opportunities. Who takes advantage of them, I think, is going to be big today, and that's a terrific job by Harrison in the open floor.
Harrison not showing any effects here at the start. Baker hits the shot, and it's a 3.
I tell you,
the Shockers bring in some size, and Shadrach Lufiel, who had good minutes Friday night in a lopsided win over Cal Poly. Here he is, working on a freshman, and he scores!
And see, that's one of the areas.
Aaron Harrison now handling the ball. Drives in.
There you go.
And puts it in.
Another example, just understanding angles and utilizing size on that possession.
It's interesting, they took Andrew Harrison out, put Poitras in. And there is Lufiel. We said he came up big Friday night. He could be the X factor. Unable to get the 3-point play. Andrew Harrison back out there. This is James Young. Ball on the floor. By Poitras.
You talked about be that kind of player in terms of an X factor for Kentucky. Great energy, and when he gets an early basket, he seems to be far more engaged defensively.
That one will do it for him. No doubt. And early is on the board.
Wichita State's going to a zone here,
which Aaron Harrison beats from the wing with a 3.
And that's sometimes
does what he does best. Blocks it. Over 100 on the season. Randall to Young, and Young. It's another 3 for the Wildcats.
That's already 3 triples, or 2 triples, I should say, in the game for Kentucky.
Baker drives in and is fouled by Aaron Harrison.
Well, I'll tell you what a great start to this game for the Wildcats.
Randall. It's Harrison driving. I see no effects of that hyperextended elbow.
Not at all.
His first. Double up on Randall. Soft double. Back out. Andrew Harrison. All the question marks coming in.
And that's right there, using his talent to make his teammates better.
It's Wiggins working that baseline, outside to Cotton, and he swishes home the 3.
Baseline drive by Wiggins.
Lead, its biggest, and now the Shockers have moved back ahead by 1. Dakari Johnson's back up. Ball on the floor, it's Van Vliet. Van Vliet feeds the top by Carter. A 7-point run by the Shockers. Young got caught, got it back. Tough shot, got it to go. He can do that. On the shot clock. And now Van Vliet goes past Randall and makes the floater.
You know, what a heady play, too, because they running a lot of pick and roll action.
Lufiel is back on the floor. Number 0 for the Shockers. And a couple of early baskets. And speaking of early, Lee Anthony to the hoop.
And there's an example there, just the patience. Randall has done his job of drawing attention. Now it's time for him to put his impact on its scoring.
Like that, right there. Randall's first basket.
To attack. He's been really, really patient here today.
Baker slashing through. Oh, but he got it around. Paulie Stein was ready to swat another one.
Yeah, great read by Baker.
Outside, and Paulson almost got the bounce. And Lee bounces it to early.
And there you go.
More.
In one possession, you see the difference that you make.
And there is a block. Corey Johnson got a hand on it. Poitras drives in. Gets it back and converts.
Good effort there by Poitras.
Good luck. When you find him, let me know.
Yes.
Dumping it down to Paulie Stein, who dunks it down.
Now that's good execution. That group went on to win a national championship. Did that be the case for the Wildcats?
2 years ago. Inside and off the glass for two. Carter. Andrew Harrison not on the floor.
Yeah, they just forced another. Oh my goodness, they forced a mismatch and not able to take advantage.
Oh, he does though.
My goodness!
Van Vliet saw it at mid-court. Harrison looks back to Coach Cal to find out what he wants to be operating with here. With 7 to shoot. Paulson gives it up to Randall. Way outside. And now the perimeter shot by Young.
Boy, was that big.
Wow, they needed that. No one's been through as much as we have. That's what he tells his Wildcats. They built us up to be gods. We were preseason #1 because they wanted to tear us down. That's what he told them. And now we got to go prove everybody they were wrong. And there's an opening shot.
Forcing Kentucky to have to think a little more than they're comfortable doing right now.
Young lobs it down low. Paulie Stein off balance, has to go back out with it. Here's Young, who hit the shot before the half. Followed up by Randall.
And that might be the play that gets.
Cotton open from the corner. Here's Randall looking ahead. Aaron Harrison, quick shot, got it. A three.
And in there, Randall again.
Had to try to make a three over him. Here's Young. He's going to trim it to 1. And there is Randall. Defended once, but not the second time, and 1.
That's a
Slash round by round. And Wessel unable to hit either one of them. Here's Poitras driving in, and Kentucky is back ahead. His first lead since 1918.
And also, Kentucky has been pretty good in the opportunities they've gotten in the open floor, and then all of a sudden, Ron Baker.
Pretty fearless kid. Darren, Andrew Harrison.
And that's an example.
Jumper, no. Grab, though, by Cotton. Out to Baker. He wants it. He got it.
And how often do you see that, folks? That offensive rebound.
5 of them the last 2 trips down the floor. Corey Johnson. That's a strong move.
That was a great recognition by.
All the way over to the wing. And Aaron Harrison drills it. 3 and the lead.
Defense to the ball and then creates those passing angles for rhythm jump shots.
To perfection.
Wow.
Wichita State's gone over 3 minutes without a shot.
And they also haven't gotten that man right there involved offensively.
Here's early. There it is. That's a 2. Randall playing away from the basket here. 6 to shoot. Looking on early.
Oh, my goodness.
How did that find the hole?
you still have to make good decisions under duress. And they've done a really good job of that here in the second half.
Randall has 10, 8 coming in this half. Wiggins putting up the three. And he has just outscored his brother's production on this floor from earlier today.
For Wiggins on the weak side.
It's a big shot there for the Shockers. Your point about these freshmen for Kentucky. As one of them right there, Andrew Harrison takes it to the basket +1.
And it's interesting, really.
Signs that they were coming to life at the right time. Took Florida down to the wire. Over the top. Lufield pausing, waiting, and getting it.
Good gather. Nice line by Van Vliet.
Again, it's Kentucky by 1. Midway second. Here's Randall. Baker comes in for the board.
Yeah, but that was a good no call on that charge because early flopped, and they got away with it, and then he's able to get out in transition, I should say.
Kentucky the other way with Young bouncing in and off the rim. Saved by Lufield. Early. Will he take it in? Yes, he will.
Goodness, what a play. What a play there. A lot of mental toughness. I knew it was there for Wichita State, and I love the growth I've seen from this young Kentucky basketball team.
Wichita State with Early driving in for 2 more, and he flies in for 21 now on the game.
And that's okay. You're going to have stretches. Sometimes the defense is going to be better, but don't have the negative plays, the turnovers, and the unforced errors.
Has to force it.
Oh,
he banks it home. Unreal.
This is like a heavyweight fight where both fighters have been rattled. They've been banged, they've been bruised, but neither has gone down.
Baker backs up for the 3. Oh! He's got the answer. Right back at you.
Wow. About this young Kentucky team. Today they're showing its reserve, and now you see why Wichita State is 35-0.
Harrison on Baker for 2. In a thriller in St. Louis.
They got a mismatch.
Here's Early. He comes it home for 3 more.
Oh, I love this game. With their decision-making in the half court, getting quality possessions while those guys are on the bench.
Oh, and that's going to be on Van Vliet.
Zone to try to protect him on the defensive end.
Aaron Harrison, 2 for 2. Goes ahead and takes it. Oh, he is incredible in this half.
Woo! The ability to execute in the half court late in shot clock. Let's see how Kentucky responds.
Van Vliet has to be careful. Harrison driving in, and that was Early.
Want to see if you can, as you mentioned, buy a little bit of time, just try to play solid defense and force a shot over the top.
And a shove outside on Cotton. There's a lot of underpinnings to this game, too, as Harrison earns 1 more.
Because don't put the onus necessarily on the school.
But it was a pass trying to go inside to Carter, and here's Harrison. Would have put Kentucky in front. Randall. Muscles inside, and he'll go to the line. And they're starting to live at the line here
on that offensive backboard.
2 shots for Randall later today. And Randall, that was for the tie. Oh, somehow it spun out. And he is tripped up. And he's still slow to his feet. Kentucky has numbers. As Young comes in and gives Kentucky the lead by 1. Baker out to Cotton. Wichita State has bounced back from Kentucky's spurts a couple of times already. Will they do it again? It's Early. Yes, they do.
Makes you susceptible to that offensive backboard.
Harrison, who hit that big bank shot from over there in this late going. Young with a three. 14 to shoot. Andrew Harrison driving in. And a foul is going against Wichita State.
And that is the destination of this Shockers team.
Was going to be an issue as he hits two without even coming close to the rim. Again, Kentucky Smart matched its largest lead.
2-possession game here. Options for Wichita State. They don't have to go for three, but they have to score.
It's Baker. He'll put up the three.
Oh,
and he says we can bank them home too.
And he's saying he got hit on the elbow. Boy, with that. And if you're the Shockers, you want Poitras or Randall to get the ball. That's where you want to get the foul. Right there.
Randall.
Smart
and he
play.
is fouled by Early. There it is.
Your defense to be a little bit more aggressive because you can, in essence, say we could take the three-point line away.
Inbounds to Cotton with 20 seconds to Van Vliet. Here's Baker. Early inside, and the foul's going to be on Kentucky.
Now that's a 7, but it wouldn't have been 1-and-1. And again, you'd rather try to get the foul on Randall or Poitras.
1-point game. 9.8 seconds left for Indianapolis. Can the Shockers find a way, or will Kentucky end the perfect season? And that'll send Andrew Harrison back for 2 more. Looking a lot more comfortable here at the line tonight.
And still be able to contest.
Oh, only got 1 or 2. Here comes Wichita State. And a timeout with 3 seconds left. They got Van Vliet in the corner. And Early out high with Young looking to defend him. They set some screens. They get it into Van Vliet. He's going to take the 3 for the win. Oh, the perfect season has come to an end. The kids from Kentucky have banded together and are heading to the Sweet 16.